Hello there guys, Francis Gray here, and today I've got a new modelling tip for you all. So today what I'm going to show you is building up bulk, which basically means, as you can see here, we have a T-Rex and he's screwed to the actual base. He's hot glued and then screwed to the base via a few different screws, so he's not actually going to go anywhere. But we need to build up more rock around here. And I was thinking about leaving this part water so I can add like some resin later on, so it's like water effect. But I will be adding more shoreline in this area around here. So this is going to be built up rock, and this is going to be water. So what I need to do to add up bulk is I need to add modelling clay. Now the cheapest and best solution for just building up the general bulk is air dryer modelling clay. You can get a big packet of it roughly for about £4 or £5, which works out really well. And then if you want to add details over that, you can sculpt a little bit of, say, like Aves epoxy over the top, and it works really well. So basically what we need to do is we need to create a way to keep the clay to the wooden base, because this is a flat surface and air modelling clay shrinks once it's dry. It'll just dry solid, and the slightest little thing it'll break off. So what we need to do is you need to get yourself assorted screws from your toolbox. I'll go out and buy them if you don't have assorted screws, different sizes, because obviously it'll be bigger bulk up here than it will down here. So the smaller screws I'll be using down here, where the bigger screws obviously I'll be using over there. So what you want to do is you want to get yourself a red drill for drill bit, and basically just go around drilling little holes here and there. You don't have to have them really tight. You just could have them like one here, one here, one here, and etc. It's just something for the clay to hold on to and stay to the base. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do all that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, so now that I've pre-drilled all the holes, it's time to add the screws. Now you don't want to screw all the way down, because obviously you want the clay to hold on to it. So imagine whereabouts the rock face is going to come up to, and then kind of basically add them to that level. So so it's just generally like that to all the holes that you added. So I'll continue on now, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, so now that you've gone ahead and put all your screws in at different sizes to correspond to where you think the rocks are going to be built up to, the next step you want to do is you want to get yourself some wire. You can buy it in hobby stores and spools like this, or if failing that, you can buy picture framing sets where you get it all coiled up like that. Basically all you want to do is you just want to curl one of the ends round and then put it round one of the screws. You can add a bit of either super glue or some proper hot glue if you want to keep it in place, but as long as you add it round a few times, I think it should be fine. And then basically you just make like a bit of a web effect, I suppose. You just curl it around. And it's just basically that. You're just basically adding a bit of a thin wire web, and then when the clay's mushed around it, it'll help give it a bit of a stronger, like a, I suppose like a skeleton, I suppose, like a bit of a spine to it, which will, with all being connected to the others, it'll be a lot more stronger, and it'll be a lot more break resistant. So I'll go ahead and do this now, and then I'll show you the finished result. So there you go, guys. So all the wire's being wrapped around. Always remember to make it stretch across like opposite angles, so you've got more of a like a web effect. Then you just get yourself some air dryer modelling clay. I'm going to need a lot more than this. This is just what I've got left. Just basically get it, and then just push it on in there. Make sure that it covers all the screws. And then basically, that's more or less it. Just work your way through, sculpt it how you imagine it to be, and then leave it a few days to dry. I would recommend giving it a few days, maybe 48 hours, because it seems to, it's obviously got moisture inside to keep it soft, and you need to make sure that the air has processed all that out, so it's nice and solid. You don't want to start sculpting over it to find out that it might be soft inside, and then it collapses in on itself and breaks. So I'd give it probably 48 hours to make sure it's definitely all dry, and then you're ready to sculpt over it with the details. Or it's okay to just add sculpt with this while the clay's still wet, to save you time later on. But the only problem with air dry modelling clay is it shrinks once it's dry, once the moisture's left. But I'll show you how to sort that next part out in the next part. So I'll go ahead and do this, and then I'll show you the next part to it. So there you go, guys. So there's one half of this diode done. What I've done is just basically added the clay in, mushed it into all the screws and the wire. Added my finger and pushed up into the actual main base itself, so it's flush, and then just basically with a pulling down effect with your finger, brought it down nice and smooth, so it would mimic into the lake, I suppose, into the water. So I've also done the back part of it as well. So all this part here is all added with bits of bulk as well. If you wanted to give it a stone effect, you can just go out in your garden, find a stone with marks in it and bumps and lumps, and then basically just lightly push that into the clay, and then you'll get all these little bumps and ridges and stuff. I think I'll be doing that in a moment, but this video is only to show you how to make the main bulk itself. I've still got this other side to do, but basically that's more or less it. Yeah, so how to build bulk on a new model base. It's very simple, very easy. All you need is screws, wire, obviously the frame, modelling clay, and just a bit of TLC, and you're good to go. Like I said, leave it for a good 48 hours so the clay loses all its moisture. You might find cracks here and there. Those can actually be like happy mistakes. You can actually use them to your advantage if you wanted to. But if you didn't, you could always just fill them back in with using either Aves epoxy modelling clay, or if you want to go the cheap route, you can get like polyfiller or a filler adhesive from DIY stores. Basically just get a bit of it on your finger and then rub it in amongst all the cracks and all the mistake parts, and again leave it to dry, and then you should be good to prime over and then start painting. So I hope you enjoyed this tip. Please check out my other modelling tips and my other videos for like model kit builds, statue reviews, prop reviews, etc. And don't forget to share on Facebook and Twitter, because it really helps me out. and thank you for watching.